The one pain dark, chosen ones carry that no one ever sees. Deep down, beneath all the surface smiles and confident facades, there's a hidden truth that only the dark, chosen ones truly understand. It's a silent pain, profound, isolating, and hauntingly persistent. It's a pain carried not in scars visible to the eye, but in invisible wounds etched deep within the spirit. Have you ever found yourself standing in the middle of a crowd, laughing, sharing stories, yet feeling profoundly disconnected, as though an invisible wall separates you from everyone else? Or perhaps you've woken up in the darkness of night, overwhelmed by an inexplicable sadness, an ache whose source you can't quite pinpoint. If these feelings resonate, there's a high chance you're carrying the unseen pain of the dark chosen ones. We, as dark chosen ones, hold within our hearts a pain uniquely different from ordinary suffering. This pain isn't just emotional, mental, or physical, it's spiritual in nature. It's the weight of being profoundly aware, awake in a world often asleep, sensitive to the subtle energies that others fail to perceive. It's the constant awareness of deeper truths that society dismisses or fears. Truths about humanity, existence, and the nature of darkness itself. And the hardest part, this deep spiritual pain remains invisible, misunderstood, or even dismissed by others who haven't yet walked this shadowy path. So, we're forced to carry this silent agony alone, in secret, navigating life with an internal burden few can truly comprehend.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
The dark chosen ones aren't chosen because they are immune to darkness. Rather, they're selected precisely because they can endure it, understand it, and ultimately transmute it into wisdom. We often carry profound traumas, ancestral burdens, or karmic debts, not only from our own experiences, but from generations before us. Imagine your soul as an ancient tapestry woven with countless threads, each thread representing the suffering and wisdom of those who came before you. The tapestry is beautiful and profound, yet its weight is heavy. You feel this heaviness intensely, often without fully understanding why. It manifests in moments of unexplained grief, sudden anxiety, or an inner restlessness that no amount of distraction or material comfort can soothe. Why do we carry this unseen pain? Because we're meant to transmute it, not merely endure it. We're spiritual alchemists, chosen specifically to transform darkness into light, pain into healing, confusion into clarity. But before we can become healers, guides, or spiritual leaders, we must intimately understand the darkness we seek to transform. How could we ever help others through their shadows if we haven't first navigated our own? How could we offer wisdom if we haven't intimately known confusion and despair? Our pain isn't punishment, it's training. Intense, soul-deep training. Yet, knowing this doesn't always make the burden easier. There are days when the loneliness feels overwhelming, when the weight of misunderstood truths feels suffocating. You might reach out to friends, family, or even spiritual communities, desperately seeking someone who can truly see, validate, or share your experience, only to realize that they can't fully grasp what you describe. In fact, your attempts to share your deepest truths might be met with confusion, disbelief, or fear. And that's the heartbreaking paradox of the dark chosen ones. We're profoundly aware yet painfully isolated, deeply connected to the universe yet often disconnected from those closest to us. But what if I told you this isolation is sacred? What if your loneliness, your silent suffering, is actually one of the greatest gifts you've ever been given? It's difficult to accept at first, but consider this. Solitude, isolation, and hidden pain force us inward. They compel us to journey deeper into our own souls, into realms of understanding we might otherwise avoid. In solitude, we're forced to confront our shadows head-on, without distraction or escape. This confrontation, though excruciatingly painful, is exactly what enables our spiritual gifts to blossom. It refines our intuition, sharpens our empathy, and deepens our wisdom. Only in silence and isolation can the subtle whispers of universal truth become audible, guiding us toward profound realizations we wouldn't otherwise hear. Yet, carrying this spiritual burden doesn't mean we must suffer endlessly or remain trapped within it. There's a crucial spiritual secret that all dark chosen ones must learn. The pain we carry, though invisible, must be consciously acknowledged and integrated, not suppressed or denied. It's when we courageously face our darkness, acknowledging its presence without judgment, that true healing begins. Rather than running from it, numbing it, or distracting ourselves, we must sit quietly with it, listen to it, and honor its sacred purpose. We must ask ourselves, what wisdom lies hidden within my pain? What deeper truths about my purpose and my power is this darkness trying to reveal to me? By embracing this process fully, something miraculous begins to happen. The pain, once isolating, becomes empowering. The solitude, once suffocating, becomes liberating. You start to realize that this hidden pain has never been a curse. It has always been your greatest ally, the silent teacher guiding you towards spiritual mastery. It's precisely through understanding, acknowledging, and integrating your shadow that your truest spiritual power emerges. Your sensitivity becomes strength, your isolation becomes clarity, and your suffering transforms into profound wisdom that not only heals you, but holds the power to heal others. You are not alone in this journey, even though it feels solitary. Right now, countless souls across the planet quietly share this silent burden, each of us feeling isolated yet connected by an invisible thread of shared experience. Imagine if all dark chosen ones collectively embraced and transformed our shadows. Imagine the powerful wave of healing and awakening we could unleash into the world. And now, as you sit deeply with these truths, ask yourself this profound question. Are you ready to fully embrace this invisible pain, trusting that hidden within it is the greatest spiritual power you've ever known? If your soul whispers yes, then prepare yourself. In the next part, I'll reveal why your deepest suffering is the key to unlocking an extraordinary spiritual gift. One so powerful it can change everything about your life and the lives of those around you. The hidden reason your deepest suffering unlocks your greatest spiritual gift. As a dark chosen one, your soul journey is unlike any other. Beneath the mask you wear to navigate the world lies an extraordinary capacity for sensitivity, awareness, and profound emotional depth. Yet this very gift, this heightened sensitivity, often feels like your greatest curse. It magnifies every pain, intensifies every heartbreak, and deepens every emotional wound. You've likely wondered countless times, why was I given this level of awareness if it causes so much suffering? But here's the deeper truth you must grasp. Your sensitivity isn't a flaw or punishment. It's your ultimate spiritual superpower, one carefully designed to awaken you to your true purpose. Your pain, though intense and isolating, holds a profound spiritual lesson. It is precisely through experiencing deep emotional and spiritual anguish that you develop an unmatched capacity for empathy and understanding. Think deeply about this for a moment. Can true empathy, genuine, soul-level empathy, be developed without first experiencing deep suffering yourself? Could you truly connect to the hidden pain of others if you had not intimately navigated your own? Every tear you've shed, every night spent questioning your purpose, every moment feeling misunderstood or unseen has been meticulously preparing you for something far greater than ordinary existence. These experiences shape your heart into a vessel capable of immense compassion and healing. They enable you to intuitively recognize suffering in others, even when they attempt to hide it, allowing you to become a powerful beacon of hope and healing in a world desperately needing it. Yet embracing this spiritual gift demands courage. It requires facing your pain head-on, allowing yourself to fully feel and integrate it rather than hiding or numbing it. The transformative power of your pain activates only when you choose to honor it as sacred rather than fear it as destructive. This is the essence of true spiritual alchemy, transforming suffering into wisdom, pain into compassion, darkness into light. But how exactly can you begin this process of transformation? First, you must cultivate the courage to face your inner darkness honestly. You must recognize that your suffering doesn't make you weak, it reveals your true strength. Start by spending intentional time alone, journaling your deepest feelings, meditating in silence, and consciously connecting with your inner self. Ask yourself daily, what does my pain need me to see? What wisdom lies hidden beneath these wounds? As you consistently practice this courageous self-inquiry, answers will emerge, slowly illuminating the profound truths hidden within your suffering. Secondly, understand that vulnerability is your ally, not your enemy. Many dark chosen ones mistakenly believe that strength lies in emotional armor, in appearing unaffected by life's harshness. But your true strength actually emerges from vulnerability, from your willingness to open your heart despite past hurts. Vulnerability allows others to see your authentic self, and in seeing your authentic self, they find permission to embrace their own hidden pains. Your vulnerability becomes a powerful catalyst for collective healing, opening doors for others to also share their struggles and fears without shame or judgment. Thirdly, practice conscious compassion toward yourself. You've likely spent years extending compassion to others, often neglecting your own emotional needs in the process. But genuine spiritual power requires profound self-love. Begin consciously nurturing yourself as you would a dear friend or beloved child. Offer yourself patience, kindness, forgiveness, and understanding, especially when you stumble or feel overwhelmed by your own darkness. Remind yourself often, I am worthy of compassion, healing, and unconditional love, even from myself. Finally, recognize that your spiritual gift is meant to serve a greater purpose. You're not merely healing yourself, you're healing ancestral traumas, collective fears, and global pain through your own courageous inner work. Your journey, though deeply personal, has profound collective implications. Every shadow you face, every wound you heal, contributes directly to humanity's collective spiritual awakening. Your private battles, your silent struggles, and your unseen victories are quietly but powerfully reshaping the energetic landscape of our world. Now, consider this profound question carefully. Are you prepared to embrace your suffering as the key that unlocks your greatest spiritual gift? Can you see clearly how your pain, far from breaking you, actually empowers you beyond your wildest dreams? If your soul resonates with a deep, courageous yes, then brace yourself for the revelation in the next part. Because next I'll show you exactly how your darkness is guiding you toward the most important spiritual awakening of your life. One that will redefine everything you thought you knew about your purpose on earth. How your darkness is guiding you to the ultimate spiritual awakening. Imagine yourself standing alone in a dense, dark forest, uncertain which way to turn. Every direction seems obscured by shadows, every step feels uncertain, even perilous. In moments like these, as a dark chosen one, you might wonder, is there truly a purpose behind all this darkness? Am I merely lost, or is something greater guiding my every step? Here lies one of the most profound spiritual truths you'll ever encounter. Your darkness is not random, nor is it meaningless. It is your greatest guide, carefully and lovingly directing you toward the ultimate spiritual awakening. Consider this deeply. Could you ever truly appreciate the brilliance of the stars if you never experienced the darkness of night? Could you ever recognize your spiritual light if you had not first faced your own shadows? Darkness, uncertainty, and confusion are not barriers. They are essential signposts guiding you toward profound spiritual clarity. Without darkness, we cannot fully grasp the beauty, power, and sacredness of our own inner light. Every moment of pain, every episode of loneliness, every unanswered question is carefully designed to push you toward a deeper level of self-awareness and spiritual awakening. The darkness challenges you to seek answers, to ask deeper questions, and to explore realms of consciousness you'd otherwise avoid. Think of your pain as the universe's method of waking you from spiritual slumber, of pushing you to explore deeper truths that can only be discovered in the silence of your solitude. As a dark chosen one, your spiritual path is intrinsically tied to shadow work, intentionally and courageously exploring the hidden parts of yourself. This journey demands bravery because it requires facing fears, doubts, traumas, and wounds you've buried deeply. It involves meeting your inner demons, those hidden aspects of yourself that you might instinctively reject. But within these shadows lie the seeds of your greatest spiritual revelations. These hidden aspects contain truths about your identity, purpose, and power that, once integrated, elevate your spiritual vibration beyond what you ever imagined possible. Your darkness is your ultimate spiritual catalyst. It challenges you relentlessly, refusing to allow complacency or stagnation. It forces you into deeper states of introspection, stripping away illusions, false identities, and superficial desires. Through these intense, often uncomfortable experiences, your soul refines itself, emerging clearer, stronger, and more radiant. Your darkness doesn't diminish your light, it intensifies it, sharpening your spiritual clarity and deepening your understanding of who you truly are and why you are here. But how exactly do you navigate this intense journey through your own darkness? Begin by reframing your perception of darkness itself. Rather than fearing it, resisting it, or judging it as negative, recognize darkness as a wise spiritual teacher. When confronted with shadows, fear, doubt, grief, or confusion, pause and consciously ask, what hidden wisdom are you trying to reveal to me? What truth lies beneath this discomfort? This shift in perspective transforms your darkness from enemy into ally, from obstacle into guide. Next, cultivate the practice of presence and mindfulness. Darkness often overwhelms us when we project fears into the future or dwell on past regrets. But when you anchor yourself deeply in the present moment, you realize that even within darkness there is safety, wisdom, and grace. Practice meditation, conscious breathing, or gentle mindful movement daily, teaching yourself to remain calmly present even amidst emotional storms. Remind yourself often, this darkness too is temporary. Within it lies sacred wisdom I can access only by remaining courageously present. Moreover, begin consciously seeking the deeper spiritual messages within your challenges. Every struggle carries a lesson, every shadow an opportunity. Maybe your loneliness teaches you independence, your sadness awakens empathy, or your confusion pushes you toward clarity. Consciously examine each shadow, asking directly, what specific lesson or spiritual truth am I meant to learn through this experience? Lastly, allow your darkness to lead you toward authentic expression. Often dark chosen ones suppress their true selves, fearing rejection, misunderstanding, or judgment. But your darkness emerges precisely when you're not living authentically, nudging you persistently toward greater honesty, openness, and vulnerability. Ask yourself courageously, how am I suppressing my true self? How can I live more authentically, even if it scares me? The more courageously you embrace authenticity, the more your darkness transforms naturally into spiritual clarity and inner peace. As you courageously embrace your shadows, you unlock something remarkable within yourself. An extraordinary level of spiritual clarity, wisdom, and resilience. You start recognizing that your darkness was never something to escape. It was your most faithful companion, guiding you toward a spiritual awakening far more powerful than you ever imagined. And now, deeply reflect on this. Are you ready to fully trust your darkness, believing wholeheartedly that it's guiding you toward the greatest spiritual awakening of your life? If your soul whispers yes, then prepare yourself, because in the final part, I'll reveal exactly why this path chose you specifically and how embracing your unique darkness can empower you to become a profound spiritual beacon, changing the world around you in ways you've never dreamed possible. Why the universe specifically chose you to carry this sacred darkness? Have you ever paused to ask, deeply and sincerely, why you were specifically chosen to carry this sacred darkness? Why not someone else? Someone stronger, someone seemingly more capable or resilient? Here's the profound truth. You were chosen precisely because of who you uniquely are, not despite your struggles and imperfections, but because of them. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, saw something extraordinary within your soul, something capable of not merely enduring darkness, but of transmuting it into profound spiritual light. Consider deeply. Who better to guide others through their darkness than someone who intimately understands it? Who better to offer wisdom, compassion, and healing than someone who has courageously navigated their own shadows? The universe selected you precisely because your soul possesses the rare combination of empathy, strength, and spiritual wisdom necessary to transform darkness into hope, pain into healing, fear into love. Your darkness isn't random, it's purposeful, intentional, and sacred. Yet, carrying this sacred darkness is not an easy path. It's incredibly challenging. But remember this crucial spiritual truth: your greatest spiritual power always emerges from your greatest struggles. Every challenge you've faced has been meticulously preparing you, not merely for your own healing, but to become a beacon of transformation for others. Every shadow you integrate, every wound you heal, empowers you to hold space authentically for those who feel lost, unseen, or hopeless. Your journey, though painful and isolating at times, has profound collective implications, directly impacting humanity's spiritual awakening. The universe doesn't choose lightly. It chooses souls capable of deep, transformative impact. It chooses those whose hearts can hold immense love precisely because they've known immense pain. And it chose you specifically because your unique experiences, struggles, and triumphs equip you to reach hearts others cannot. Your sensitivity, intuition, empathy, and authenticity resonate deeply with those silently carrying their own hidden pains, desperate for understanding, validation, and guidance. But to fully embrace this extraordinary purpose, you must first courageously accept and integrate your darkness. Stop running from it, hiding it, or fearing it as something destructive. Instead, recognize it as your greatest spiritual ally. Embrace vulnerability, authenticity, and honesty in sharing your journey. Your vulnerability will become your greatest strength, inviting others to find courage, hope, and healing through your example. Remember always, your darkness never diminishes your spiritual light. It magnifies it, clarifies it, and amplifies its healing power. Your true spiritual purpose isn't merely to survive your shadows, it's to transform them into radiant spiritual wisdom, compassion, and healing for the world around you. Your story, courageously shared, becomes a powerful medicine capable of healing hearts you may never even meet. Your authenticity becomes a lighthouse guiding lost souls home to themselves. Your darkness, transmuted, becomes humanity's hope. Now, deeply reflect on this ultimate spiritual truth. You were specifically chosen, not by accident or misfortune, but by divine design, carefully prepared through every struggle you've faced. The universe has entrusted you specifically to transform darkness into spiritual illumination, not only for yourself, but for countless others whose lives your journey will profoundly touch. Ask yourself sincerely, are you ready now to fully embrace your sacred darkness, trusting completely that your soul's courageous journey through shadow is exactly what makes you extraordinary? If your heart says yes, then step boldly forward. Your journey has always been leading here to this moment where darkness and light merge into the profound clarity of purpose. The world is waiting, and the universe has chosen you specifically for this exact mission at this exact time. Embrace your darkness, illuminate the world,